I'm Kayla from Walkie, Talkie. Today I'm answering the question, how do I help my toddler tell me what he wants? Tip number 1 is to stop. Stop and wait. This means to not do every little thing that you know your child needs or wants before he even has a chance to try and tell you. We want to let our children try and communicate. And if we're doing everything for them right away, then they really don't have that opportunity. So, for example, you know when your child's hungry, you're a very in tune parent, and I'm sure you're used to just meeting those needs. Now it's time to stop and wait and let your child try. Now let's say that he really doesn't have any words right now, so he's not going to be able to tell you. You can of course model that word for him. So he starts getting fussy for milk. Maybe you say, what do you want? Tell me. Oh, milk. Milk. Really direct him to look at your mouth. Milk. Use that sign. Watch my video on how to teach my child baby sign. Use the sign milk. Or you can say show me. Show me is a great one. Show me. What do you want? And hopefully your child will go over to the refrigerator and point. And then you open up that refrigerator. Oh, what do you want? Show me. You want the juice or you want the milk? And he points. That's getting your child to practice using his gestures and being creative and telling you what he wants. So stop, wait, don't do every little thing for your child. Give them a chance to try and then help them along the way in trying with the word, with show me, or giving him a gesture or a sign like baby sign. Tip number 2 is to make life just a little bit harder for our toddlers. Now what that means is to set up the environment in a way that requires the toddler to come to an adult for help or to communicate their need. So 2 really big things, really big motivators for toddlers are food and toys. So we need to take the food and make sure that that's not completely easily accessible. It shouldn't be in low cabinets where the toddler can just open up that cabinet and grab food and never have to come to an adult and tell them or show them that they're hungry. So putting the food up in the higher shelves in the cabinets where they can't reach. Now this will require your child to come over to you, maybe pull on your shirt, tap your leg, make a sound, practice the baby signs, watch that other video. And this is going to be really important. Think of how many times a day your child is hungry. Now rather than just giving them that food or having that food where they can just grab it themselves, now they have to come to you and tell you, and they have more opportunities for practice. Same thing with the toys. If toys are just all around the house and they have free access to all their toys all the time, then they never need to come to an adult to say that they need or want a particular toy. So what I recommend is putting toys in containers, something like this, that you know that they can't open on their own. Clear ones are great so they know what's in there and they can see that they really want it. So some toddlers have trouble with ones like these. They have even stronger ones at certain stores where it's really hard to get open and you really do need an adult's help. So think about that. Containers to put your toys in, as well as putting certain toys up where the child can't reach them, up on a higher shelf. They can see them but can't reach them. Or in cabinets that have baby locks. Now this is all again creating an environment that requires the child to come to an adult and communicate what they need or want. You can do the same thing with food too, putting food in certain containers. You can put food in Tupperware that you know that they can't open quite yet, and clear. Put food in Ziploc bags if you know that they don't know how to open those bags either. Then when you hand them the food, they have to hand it back to you and tell you that they need help. So take a look around your house and see if maybe the food and the toys, all the toys are readily available, and think about how you could maybe reorganize the house into bins or shelves or cabinets in a way that will require your child to come to you and communicate what they want. Tip number 3 is to motivate. And sometimes that means getting something new, something that's extra special. And it can be super cheap. I got this for $1 and my kids love it and they're super motivated. They really want to turn, so they really do try and say a word when I ask them to. So we could keep it really simple and it could just be ball. I show them how it works And then for them to get a turn, they need to say ball. Now, if your child is super new to talking and you know that maybe the word you're trying is a new word to them, then it may not come super quickly. So that brings me to tip number 4, which is to try a word 3 different times and then move on. So for example, if we're using this toy and I'm trying to get a child to say ball, they're super new to talking, they've never said ball before, I'm going to try 3 times. Ball. You say ball. Let me hear you. Ball. And then if they haven't said it, and I know it's not stubbornness, I know that it's just that they're not ready to say it right then I would go ahead and pretend like they did say, okay, ball, or I would use the sign, ball, and help them make the sign. And then I would hand them the toy and let them have a turn. And then it would be my turn, and we'd try all over again, and we'd try 3 times, and then we move on. Now, the major point of this is to not frustrate the child too much. We want to challenge the child, we want to push them, but we don't want to frustrate them too much and cause a big tantrum. Communication really should be fun, and so there's a balance there. Challenge, but not push too far. Tip number 5 is to put items up to your mouth. So if I'm trying to get that kid to say ball, I'm going to put it right near my mouth, because I find that a lot of kids who are late talkers don't actually attend to adults' mouths. So you really have to direct it. If they're interested in the item and they're looking at the item, you put it near your mouth. At least they will see your mouth in their peripheral vision. Tip number 6 is to mess things up. And what that means is to do something that you know is purposefully wrong, just to throw your kid off a little bit and see what are they going to do next. Are they going to give that item back to me for help? Are they going to tap me on the shoulder? Are they going to vocalize and try? So for example, that would be like handing them this gun with none of the balls in it. They're going to have to think about it. Oh, there's something wrong. What do I do? Oh, I need mom's help. And that's your opportunity to teach them to communicate right there. It also gives you something different to talk about. Oh no, the balls are gone. What do we do? Where are the balls? Tip number 7 is to reward. And this really goes without saying, but if a child really is doing something new, especially even those little baby steps, maybe it's just a tug on the shirt or the pat with a little vocalization, but that's the first time they've done that for you, really reward that with hugs and kisses and a good talk and good telling me. Or if they say the item or they point to the item for the first time, like milk, and it's okay for them to have milk at that time, then I'd say reward them with that milk, with the real item. If it's not an appropriate time for milk, then you say, good telling me, I see you want the milk. Sorry, no milk, not milk time. And you explain that. But if you can reward it, then reward it. That way we get more of that behavior to continue. I'm Kayla from Walkie, Talkie. Thanks for listening. Please subscribe, leave a comment, ask a question, and share with somebody that you know who'd benefit. Thanks. Bye.